Home style cookery. Who's got the fucking book? Oh, we've made so many of these. And I've made a lot of recipes. I made like, what, 20 of these fucking recipes? I made a lot of these recipes out of this book. I'm done with this book, okay? We are gonna go off the cuff today, because this is gonna be the last time that I make home-style cookery, okay? I'm gonna show you how to make the meat and 3 Cheeto Inferno Nashville hot chicken sandwich. And this, my friend, is my book. And this is it. We're not gonna use this anymore. I don't need this anymore. But today, oh, perfect. Here we go. These matches are not good. So today I want to make something, okay. Did it go up? That wasn't really that impactful. Hey everybody, we're back. All right, hey, I'm Matty Matheson. Today we're gonna make a Nashville style hot chicken sandwich. First, what we gotta do is we gotta bone out our chicken. Then we're gonna make a hot oil. We're gonna make a coleslaw. We're gonna make a couple things, but we gotta get a brine going, okay? Here we go. We got 4 cups water is enough for 1 chicken. For 4 cups, 4 tablespoons. Some people do it 2%, some people do it 3%. So I want this to dissolve. So an easy way is you just get a hand blender. There we go, and we just blend that up. So I got my brine ready, and now we got a beautiful, a beautiful little chickie. And we're gonna bone this out real quick. I'm just gonna, you cut down into the thigh, cut through the bone. We got 1 leg, and you can kind of bend this leg a little bit. You got your other leg and thigh. You kind of got left here. You can cut that butt out. So what I like to do now is cut down through the wing, and then we're left with just the breast, and then you got the wings here like this with the neck, okay? And then I'm just gonna cut the wings off through the little knuckle bone here. So we got 2 legs, 2 thighs. You wanna just cut through the chest plate, and now I got 2 large breasts. I wanna cut these into 2 pieces. Now what I gotta do is I want the thighs for the sandwich, okay? You can see where it bends, right? So what you wanna do is make an incision. So see this muscle right here? You can feel it. There's a little knuckle right here, and there's a line. So you follow the tendons and the lines. So right here, cut in, and there you go. You got a clean cut. You got 2 pieces of chicken, and this is where we're gonna bone out the thigh, and there's only 1 bone in the thigh. And now we got our chicken thigh. It's perfect for a beautiful little chicken sandwich. Into the brine. If you wanted to make a chicken sandwich and you wanted white meat, you just take off the breastplate and you can pound these out. We can pound these out a little bit thinner too. So here, I'm gonna teach you a trick with chicken so you don't make a mess. You can take your chicken breast, put it inside this little Ziploc freezer bag. Then you take a little pan, boom, and you hit it flat. And then we got a nice piece that will fry up. So you just hit that chicken breast so it's nice and flat. We're gonna make a bunch of chicken sandwiches out of breast and thigh meat, okay? And we can keep this in here for a couple hours, or just a simple 24-hour brine is enough. So let's put this into the fridge while we get everything else ready, okay? So I'm gonna make the coleslaw, okay? We're gonna make the coleslaw first. I like a sweet, chopped coleslaw. So we're gonna cut this kind of like an onion, okay? So we're gonna make an incision, then we're gonna run our knife down. We're gonna cut this like a nice onion. There we go. You got diced cabbage ready for coleslaw in literally 1 minute. I got some pickles here. So we're gonna dice up our pickle. I say 4 pickles is more than enough. I'm gonna cut them 4 across. I'm not adding a ton of pickle. I want the cabbage to stand alone. But I do want those you're like, what is that? I want there to be pickle everywhere, pretty much. I'm only gonna use half an onion on this one, because once again, I don't want it to be oniony. I just want those sweet little bursts. Once again, I'm gonna cut this the same as the cabbage. Look at that onion. Boom, perfect amount. We are gonna stir this. I wanna see the distribution before I add our mayo or anything else. So you can see little pickle bites, white onion, cabbage, mostly cabbage. So we're gonna add 1, 2, well, that's mostly all the mayo. So we're gonna add 3, that's probably 2, 3, 4, like 8 tablespoons, probably half a cup. And now we're gonna work this, we're gonna work it. And I like to do it step by step, okay? So now we're adding our fat. Got a little bit of apple cider vinegar here. Couple driblets of that. Stir it around, incorporate. Oh yeah, because that vinegar is gonna go a long way and really make it loose. You don't want the drippy, drappy coleslaw. You don't want it juicy. You want it juicy, but you don't want it too juicy. There can be too wet with coleslaw. Let me tell you. Oh, look at that. That is good looking coleslaw. We're gonna add a touch of salt, just a touch of salt, okay? Goes a long way. We're gonna give it a little tasty. Yeah! You can see there's no carrot, there's no red cabbage bullshit. That's what coleslaw should look like, okay? Now what we're gonna do is I want it to be sweet. I want there to be sweetness. I'm gonna add like 3, 4 tablespoons of sugar. It seems like a lot. And we're gonna stir this around. We're gonna see what we get here. Because I want it to be sweet. And this is where that's the money spot. That's the money spot. That's the money spot. That's the fucking money spot. Okay? A little more shugs. We're gonna stir this up. Let's put this into the fridge. Okay, home style cookery. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I make my pepper oil for Nashville hot chicken. So I like to do a mix. I got jalapenos, I got some Scotch bonnets. I'm not even taking the stems off because we're gonna blend it and we're gonna pass it, so whatevs. And then finally, we have some beautiful bird's eye chilies that are maybe the hottest. So I got all of these peppers. Come in here. See all these peps? Look at that, beautiful, right? I'm only gonna add 1 cup of canola oil, a neutral oil. And we're gonna cook these and steep them, and then we're gonna blend it and then pass that. And then we add butter to that. While the peppers are coming up, let's make our Cheeto dust. I got some really perfect, here we go, literally Cheeto Infernos. We're gonna pour those into our blender. And this, my friends, is a really nice topping. So that takes 2 seconds, okay? And let me explain my thinking with the Cheetos on top. We got the chicken. A lot of people do put cheese on top of a hot chicken sandwich for some reason, but I don't want that. I want there to just be that Cheeto crunch. We got our Cheeto dust. We need to make a flour. I got a whole chicken. We're gonna use about 4 cups. First thing we gotta do is season the salt. I put in 2 big old pinches. We got some onion powder. Throw in some onion powder. Garlic powder. We got some little ground fennel. We got some smoked paprika, little paprika. Then we got some cayenne. I want some heat. And some fresh cracked pepper. And for this style of chicken, I don't want to add too many spices, okay? Now we're just gonna mix this all up. We're gonna put our chicken into that. So we got our wet chicken right here, okay? What we're gonna do is take our brine chicken that's been brined for 24 hours and we're gonna put it into the flour mixture. And then we're gonna put that in the fridge for a couple hours. And then we're gonna mix it up. So there, each piece is mixed. This into the fridge, a couple hours. I'm gonna wash my hands, do a little cleanup here. When we get back, we're gonna blend up our pepper oil and finish our Nashville hot oil. Stay tuned!
Don't you touch that now. Matty will be right back.
All right, everybody. So we have these beautiful roasted oil, hot oil. You wanna let this chill out. You don't wanna put hot oil into your plastic, blender. So just let it come down a little bit. Just spoon out the peppers. There's gonna be enough liquid in there, enough oil. We're gonna take the leftover oil and we're gonna strain it, all the seeds out of there. Now what we're gonna do is take our hot pepper puree and we wanna get every ounce of it. Literally push our spoon down. So we got all this beautiful pepper paste. A little spatula and just do a little once over. And underneath the strainer, you're gonna get the best of the best. So now we have this beautiful pepper oil. We're gonna turn the heat back on and we're gonna add smoked paprika and cayenne. We're gonna add half a pound of butter. We're gonna melt that butter in with our hot pepper oil, and it's just gonna add that extra little fat. I'm gonna take all of this cayenne, all of it. I'm gonna take half of the smoked paprika, and now we're just gonna stir. Here we go. We have our beautiful, our hot butter, pepper oil. Just do some fresh cracked pepper into it, and a good amount of salt. So we got our Nashville hot oil now, guys. Let's give it a little, yeah, that's good. And we're gonna pour that into a bowl. It's a couple, stay with me. Stay with me. When we come back, we're gonna fry up some chicken, and we're gonna assemble the best, Nashville hot chicken sandwich in Canada. I'll say that. I'll say that this is the best hot Nashville hot chicken sandwich in Canada, okay? I won't disrespect the South. So, I got a nice resting rack here. We're gonna pull all the chicken out first, okay? Then, you're gonna see some dark spots, some like wet spots. So just take that and just do a little once over. You don't want any wet spots. You wanna make sure your oil is halfway up your pan, and you want it at 350. We're just gonna move it around a little bit and just drop it in and take your time. And once again, because we are frying, you gotta make sure your temperature stays at 350. I would say if it drops below 330, you gotta turn your stove up. Okay, you gotta turn your stove up so you are always in that mark. If you go over 350 though, you're gonna burn your chicken. You don't ever wanna be over that. Here we go, so we just pull our chicken out, nice and crispy, golden brown, not burnt. So for chicken breast, pound it out, say 9 minutes. Chicken thighs, around 9 minutes. Bone-in pieces, 9 to 12 minutes, okay? Depending on how big they are. You kind of want, to make a good sandwich, you want the cheapest, kind of shittiest bun. That's a fact. We got our sludgy hot oil. Give that a stir with a whisk. I'm gonna put coleslaw on the bottom of our bun. Not too much, just enough, okay? Look at that. This is about ratios. Then we're gonna take our beautiful chicken thigh. Ooh. Boom. We're gonna hit it with a little season of just straight cayenne, a dusting of our Cheeto. And then we're gonna put 3 pickles across. 1, 2, 3. Bun on top. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna eat it. Wow! Once you start eating this thing, you gotta not kind of stop. It's so spicy. It's really starting to kick in now. Ugh, you can't stop though. I don't know what just happened. I am like hot, I'm sweating. I feel like I jumped in a pool of life, of love. If you don't get laid, married, have 16 fucking children from eating that sandwich and feeding that sandwich to somebody, you're doing it wrong. The Cheeto Inferno Crunch, the bread and butter pickle on top. It's just a perfect fried chicken. And this is what brings us together. This is the food. What a long road this was. This recipe is not in Homestyle Cookery. And I'm gonna be coming out with even a newer show shortly to keep we're gonna keep the ball going. I'm never gonna stop making cooking videos for all of you. Make some fried chicken. I just wanted to show you guys how we make the old Nashville hot chicken down at the old Meat and 3. I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys make it. I hope you guys love it. I feel like I jumped in a pool. Oh, I'm sweating. World peace, baby. I'm Matty Matheson. This was Homestyle Cookery. I love you. From my barn to your barn. I thought it was gonna be like a kaboomy. I thought it was gonna be a kaboomy. Homestyle Cookery is out now. This is the final. This is the end. This is the end of Homestyle Cookery. Homestyle Cookery. Homestyle Cookery. Homestyle Cookery. it down.